Good evening, and once again, it's Neil the Deal on Talkin Fight, and he's got a great episode lined up on Eddie Melo, a Canadian champ who died just a bit too young. What do you got for us, Neil?
Hey, how you doing, Graham? Thanks for having me out tonight. I really appreciate it. How you doing, all your viewers out there? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about Eddie tonight. You know, he was a local boy, but first off, we got to talk about. Sorry, guys, got to do it. Sunday Night Football, Kansas City Chiefs, best team in the NFL. Look at us go! All right, we're kicking it up a notch. Roethlisberger's got nothing on us. Now we're going to talk boxing. Never mind. Watch the Kansas City Chiefs. Watch over. They're number one. All right. Okay. Next thing you need to do is take off the mask. All right. The mask, this thing here, this is killing you faster than you know. All right. All right. So just look into it. You'll figure it out. All right. So we're going to talk about Eddie tonight. All right. Mr. Eddie Melo. Eddie's local town guy here from the Mississauga, Toronto area. He moved to Montreal at a young age and turned pro around 17 years old. He's a Hall of Famer, absolutely. When I was a young child, I was watching him exclusively. He was fantastic fighter. Represented Canada admirably every night. He did nothing but show good faith. He was a tough guy, and he had a lot of fights. So you guys should look into Eddie. Now, he had a very elusive, big career, big career. He had 38 fights, all right, 38 fights in his career. He won 25 of them. He had something in the range of, I believe it's 24 knockouts out of 38 fights. So he won the majority of his fights, and he's a good Canadian boy, like we all are. Gotta love the Canadian boys, and never forget Eddie Melo. Okay, he's right, Graham. Never forget Eddie. What do you think about Eddie? Like right off the hop, you like him?
I love it when you jump back into history and you bring up guys who I haven't thought of in ages. But he certainly was. He made the headlines, and I don't mean for the way he died, unfortunately, but as a boxing champ, he was up front.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He was tragically killed. All right, as we all know, we all read the papers, we see things. He was killed April 6th, 2001. He was with a friend. His name was Joanne. Joanne, if you're out there, Joanne, I know Joanne. All right. This guy was in the neighborhood. I know Joanne, and Joanne told me he was the only one there for Eddie, but it wasn't enough. So, anyways, he was basically ambushed while he was talking to our friend Joanne. And Joanne said he was basically two shots, and that was the end of that. So, unfortunately, we really don't know the truth of it. It's not my business. I don't believe it's anybody's business except the family's business. And I'm sure the family's not happy about the outcome. And I'm not happy about the outcome. And no Canadian should be happy about the outcome of Eddie Melo. Now, sure, Eddie was a tough kid growing up, and he was running with some interesting individuals throughout his boxing career, being such a valuable asset to the Canadian boxing community. And he was killed. All right, he was killed by an individual named Charles Gagnon. All right, now this individual was already out on day parole. The day that he killed Eddie, he was out on day parole for violent robberies and had already been convicted of two murders. All right, but the government decides that we need to let these guys out. We can't afford these guys, you know what I mean? Like we can't afford housing these guys. So they let them back out on the street. What's wrong with you people? Get with the program. These guys need to be incarcerated for life. That's it. Never mind the business. This is disgrace to all Canadians that you pay your taxes and we have to house these people. And the next thing you know, they go and kill our Hall of Fame boxers. It's unbelievable. So this individual has now been released from prison after doing his 12 years, half of his 25-year sentence, and he's now out on the streets amongst us all. So keep an eye out for this guy. His name's Charles Gagnon. Don't let him mess with you or your family or your friends, because he's not a nice guy, and that's the end of him. All right. So listen, Eddie had some notable fights. We all love Eddie. His notable fights that I remember when I was a child was Gary Summerhays. Now, Gary Summerhays was a fantastic Canadian boxer. He's another deal. But check him out. He fought him 2 times, and Eddie fared very well against him. Another individual that he was dealing with was Jimmy Gradson. Okay, Jimmy Gradson was another Canadian boxer who ended up doing very, very well for us and ended up becoming one of the best that Canada ever had as well. The other guy that Eddie dealt with that he was having a bit of a hard time, and this guy was a really tough fighter, was Ferdinand Marcotte. Marcotte. Remember that guy. Check him out on YouTube. Google that guy. Marcotte was Eddie had a hard time with him too, but he prevailed quite a number of times. So anyways, guys, Eddie Melo, don't forget him. He's an icon like myself. Graham, what do you think? Icon?
Well, he's one of these guys who's up there for sure. I mean, Hall of Famer, champ, big heart. Just potentially ran in to the wrong guy at the wrong time. It's too bad. Life cut too short.
It's unbelievable. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be safe out there. Be safe out there, people.
Absolutely. And on that note, this wraps up this episode. Thanks very much for giving us a brief snapshot of Eddie Melo, his life, his career in boxing. It's short and sweet, lots of knockouts, but a good guy. Life ended a little too short. There we go.
Yeah, you Hell guys of a Canadian. Remember, Graham.
Yeah.
Do
it.
He's one of those guys. He's like us, old school. We're old school. All right. Eddie was top notch. Love Eddie and pray for Eddie. God bless you all.